Captains ready for the Yellow Jackets and for the Lobos, or the Lobos number 22, number 3, number 50. And we're waiting for the last one. Don't have a roster yet for the Lobos, and the last one is number 72. And for the Yellow Jackets, at captain, senior number 79, James Alejandro. Senior lineman number 64, Ramiro Cardosa. Senior offensive lineman number 55, Heston Bubba Garza. And senior offensive lineman, Arturo Trey, the man they call Pancakes, Gonzalez. So Victor Cardenas electing to go with the big boys at captain. Yellow Jackets looking to establish the run this evening. So here comes the coin toss. So the Yellow Jackets are the visiting team. They will be calling the coin flip. So the Lobos did win the toss. Let's see what they decide to do. So there you have it. The Lopez Lobos win the kick, the coin toss. The Lobos elect to defer for the second half. The Lobos will be kicking from the north end of Sam Stadium, and the Yellow Jackets will be receiving from the south end. So the wind is kind of like dwindled down just a little bit. A slight little wind coming from the northwest, just a tad. Kind of similar kind of wind trajectory as the Yellow Jackets had when they played against the Porter Cowboys about 2-3 weeks ago here on a Saturday afternoon. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up this important roster.
Number 3, Gabriel Rios. Number 22, Eddie Slovak. Number 50, Andres Garza.
Back deep to receive for the Yellow Jackets on the kickoff is going to be Nathan Amaya and Brandon Morales. Kicking duties for the Lobos, Ramon Zuniga. So here we go. Are you ready for some football fans? Here we go. Ramon Martinez with the kickoff. Line drive. And the opening kickoff sails out of bounds at the 6-yard line. We do have a penalty to start off the game. See if Victor Cardenas elects to take the penalty or have him re-kick. Yellow Jackets are huddling up, so they are going to go take it. Let's see where they spot the foul. Not sure if it's going to be either at the 30 or the 35. Here comes the call from the head official. So here we go. Yellow Jackets gain 5 yards on the opening kickoff. We'll have the ball first drive starting at the Yellow Jacket 30-yard line. In charge of the command for the Yellow Jacket offense, number 4 senior quarterback Elijah Trevino hands it off to Aiden Garcia. And Aiden Garcia is met by a wall of Lobos, but he does carry for about a good 3-4 yards, dragging the pile. It was a 4-yard gain. So we're looking at a 2nd and 6 for the Yellow Jackets. Nice little run there by Garcia. So it's 2 straight to open up the game for the Lobos. A personal foul, the 15-yarder. And just like that, the Yellow Jackets are knocking on the door to get into Lobo territory. Yellow Jackets will have a first down at their own 49-yard line. So here comes Trevino and company. Got Morales in the slot at the bottom of your screen, and you got Amaya. Nick Munoz and Isaac Estrada motion over. And it's another dose of Garcia. Garcia hits outside. Garcia, another positive little run here for the Yellow Jackets. So no secret here that the Yellow Jackets looking to establish the run here early. So actually, Garcia got back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10. Morales and Amaya roll over to the opposite side. Morales still in the slot. And it's a keeper. Treviño keeps it, cuts back and breaks a tackle, but then is met there by number 5.
Stop was made by number 5,
Sebastian Hernandez. Coming in from his outside linebacker position. So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Yellow Jackets. So it's passing situation here. Yellow Jackets staying with the same personnel here on 3rd down. Yellow Jackets needing 10 yards to get a first down. Treviño changing the play at the drops back, has a man wide open, and it is a Yellow Jacket first down. Catch was made by John Amaya. John Amaya slowly getting back into rotation. Amaya was out early in the year with it, missed a couple of games with an ankle injury. A good sign if you're Julio Smith and company. Julio Smith is the Yellow Jackets offensive coordinator. Want to get Amaya involved. So it's slowly gluing and getting back together. Here comes Garcia once again. Garcia breaks a little tackle, gains about 2 yards on first down. See where they spot the ball. It's kind of looking more like a 3-yard gain, so it'd be about we're going to call it 2nd and 7 from our view up here. And for the tackle for the Lopez was number 72, Adan Garza. So Treviño still with a single back in the backfield. Looks like we got Aiden Mercado. Treviño drops back, fires deep. And it is complete. Brandon Morales stands at about 5'7", 5'8", and high points the ball. Shows what kind of confidence Elijah Treviño has in his junior receiver. Morales is definitely the best route runner on the Yellow Jacket offense, on the receiving core. And Morales definitely wanted that ball a lot more than the cornerback on that one. Treviño saw that he was, matched up man-to-man outside, and he threw him a 50-50 ball. And Morales was able to corral it and get a first down for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets are already inside the red zone. Morales goes to the outside, and Amaya switches over to the slot. Here comes Munoz and Estrada switching over. So now we got overloud on the left, and it's Treviño keeps it, and Treviño goes nowhere. So number 32, Angel Lara with the tackle. So they're going to give Treviño about a yard. We want to welcome all the viewers that are tuning in tonight here on the Edcouch-Elsa ISD YouTube channel. And Garcia in the backfield with Treviño. Treviño taking his time. Treviño drops back once again, has a man wide open in the corner, and it is Morales once again, and Morales is in a quick pitch and catch. So just like that, Treviño goes 2 for 2 on the opening drive. Actually, correction, 3 for 3. Completes to Amaya on his first one. The last 2 completions go to Morales. So nice little connection here. Yellow Jackets offense, good signs. Good signs. Yellow Jackets were a little shaky last week to start off the game. And then they opened up the playbook and ran away with it against the Javelinas last week. Number 25, Chucho Ramirez in to kick. Kick is up. And it is good. So if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, you definitely want to see what you just saw, what just transpired here on the opening drive. Your Yellow Jackets were able to drive down methodically. You know, they had a balanced, offense, mixing it well. Forgive us, folks. We're having technical difficulties. We'll be right back. Give us 1 second. Check, check. All right, so we're back. Sorry about that. Sebastian Hernandez with kicking duties for the Lobos. The ball will be placed at the Lobo 25-yard line. Yellow Jacket playing a cover 2 defense. A 4-3 with a cover 2 right here. Ball is handed off. And he's met there by a swarm of Yellow Jackets. Slovak with the runner. Playmaker for the Lobos. Where Slovak goes, that's where the ball goes, and that's what makes the engine roll there for the Lobos. Gavin Rodriguez in for the tackle. Was the initial Yellow Jacket that met Slovak in the backfield. 2nd and 10. Quarterback drops back, has a man wide open in a post pattern, and it falls incomplete. Quarterback's going to want to have that. Hat number 4 streaking right down on a skinny post pattern down the middle of the field. Yellow Jackets secondary not fooled. So Yellow Jackets looking to force a 3 and out and give the ball back to their offense and continue on the momentum on the opening drive. So here we go. The Lopez with a doubles formation. Based on the scouting report, kind of look for maybe a screen pass or something here going to Slovak. Man in motion. Quarterback drops back, has a man wide open. And he missed on the corner route. So the Yellow Jacket defense forces a 3 and out. So if you're Victor Cardenas, you got to like what you're seeing from your ball club here early. Your offense drives down the field methodically and puts 7 points up. And then your Yellow Jacket, your Thunder defense, forces a 3 and out. So the man that scored the first touchdown for the Yellow Jackets, Brandon Morales, sitting at the 39-yard line and to receive a punt. Punt was almost blocked by Matt, the hitman Enriquez. Yellow Jackets will have a great field position once again. Ball's going to be placed at the Yellow Jacket 37-yard line. So the Yellow Jackets at the 37-yard line. It's the same. Vigo, sophomore running back in the backfield, Aiden Mercado. Mercado gets his first carry of the game. Takes it to the 40-yard line, gains 3 yards. Correction, it was Aiden Garcia, the ball carrier. We got a 2nd and 7 coming up for Trevino and company. Yellow Jackets in a pistol formation have now moved to Isaac Estrada in the backfield for a little bit of extra protection, so we do have a penalty. Most likely going to be a false start or an illegal procedure. Here comes the call. So it is a false start. It is 5 yards. Repeat, 2nd down. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. Yellow Jackets going backwards. First penalty against the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets now coming with a trips formation. Senior wide receiver Alex, the speedster Rodriguez at the bottom of your screen now. Has a man wide open, and Trevino cuts it across field, and Trevino picks up the 1st down and more. So Trevino didn't like what he saw. Initially, he had Alex Rodriguez on a comeback, little curl, well, actually, we'll kind of call it a little curl route. We don't have a replay. He had a little curl route that he was wide open, but there might have been something that Trevino didn't like. So Trevino elects to keep it. Jumps to the opposite side of the field, and the Yellow Jackets are back in business, back inside Lopez territory at the Lobo 48-yard line. So now Estrada in the backfield for a little bit of extra protection or a lead back here. And he's going to play the fullback position leading up for Garcia. Garcia finds a crease. Garcia gains about 8-9 yards. Let's see what they spot the ball. So it's going to be a 2nd and 2. So good gain there by Garcia on 1st down. So the Yellow Jackets running and the wall really well on this drive. Yellow Jackets definitely playing these first 2 drives like they want that outright championship. That community from the Yellow Jacket faithful has been yearning for a district title for 11 years. And it is to Estrada up the middle on a fullback dive. And Estrada gets the 1st down. Actually, they might be calling here that it might have been a fumble. Let's see if they call him down or do they elect to give it to Lopez. See there, and it is a turnover. So the Lobos bend but don't break. So the turnover battle going to the Brownsville Lopez Lobos, stopping a good, promising drive for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets playing a cover 2 defense, a 4-3 defense with a cover 2. Under center for the Lobos is senior quarterback Guadalupe Ramirez. It is Slovak, the playmaker, and it is to Slovak. And nothing but hive and honey and Yellow Jackets all over Slovak on 1st down. So we do have a penalty. The call is offsides. It's a 5-yard penalty. Lobos will most likely take the 5 yards and repeat the 1st down. It'll be a 1st and 5. First down now at the Lobo 40-yard line. And in motion. Little toss, little sweet pass. Gains about 2 yards or so. Initial tackle was made by Gavin Rodriguez. Second and 8 coming up. Correction, 2nd and 2. They look for a little run here by Slovak, and Slovak takes the outside, and he's met there. Nice little textbook tackle by Nathan Amaya. Definitely a good sign there. I was on the field over in the pregame, and Slovak's pretty tall up there, kind of about a good 3 to 4 inches taller than Amaya. So what you're taught as a defensive back, of course, definitely when someone else is bigger is coming at you. Guy kind of looks like Derrick Henry, the slimmer version of Derrick Henry. Fastest way to get him down is go at the ankles. And it's Slovak once again up the middle. And Slovak gets the first down. Slovak kind of looks like one of those legendary running backs from the early 90s, number 22, Narciso Martinez from our view up here. Want to send a big old shout out to Mr. Narciso Martinez, who is teaching with the Edcouch-Elsa ISD JLTC program. And it is Slovak once again. And Slovak goes nowhere. It's no secret here that the Lobos want to give a big old heavy dosage of Eddie Slovak. Be 2nd and 10. Slovak goes nowhere. Lobos going with a no-huddle offense. Look at maybe a tight end here. Preliminary call. They got tight end about 6'5" at the bottom of your screen there, number 10. And there he is, number 10. And he goes over to 3, and 3 catches it. Little confusion in the secondary. Tadeus Botany. So Amaya and Martinez kind of looking at each other. Kind of looked like if Amaya was thinking that he had help over the top. So the ball will be placed right at the Yellow Jacket 20-yard line, and the Lobos in the red zone. Quarterback keeper. Actually, correction, it goes to Slovak. Even fooled us up here at the top. 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Getting about 5 yards on the run. Tackling number 32, Troy Michael. 2nd and 5, Lopez. Crosswise on the 15-yard.
So here's that territory where you see a lot of big dosage of Botany and Slovak. A misdirection, and the Yellow Jacket defense was not fooled. Brian Morales was met by a swarm of Yellow Jackets. Tristan Riojas in for the tackle for the Yellow Jackets. Going to see a lot of substitution in the Yellow Jacket linebacking core this evening. So out goes Rojas, and in comes Orandai at outside linebacker for the Yellow Jacket defense. Here comes a motion. And the pass goes to Botany, and it falls incomplete. But they do throw a flag right at the goal line. The officials are discussing. From our view up here, kind of didn't look like there was any kind of interference. So it's not like in the pros and in college where they automatically place the ball at the 1-yard line if the foul was committed inside the end zone. Okay, so here comes the call from the head judge. Okay, so good call, good call. As we assessed it earlier from our view, it was kind of more they ran into each other, so it's a good call. So it's 4th down. So Lopez bringing in the kicking team. Diego Guerra. For kicking duties for the field goal. Sebastian Hernandez, the holder. It'll be a 34-yard field goal attempt. So let's see here if if the Lobos call timeout or if they're going to do a delay of game here. Head coach kind of like screaming over, saying that the play clock wasn't set. So let's see what they called it here. They haven't called a penalty yet. Okay, so as predicted, it was the play clock. It wasn't reset on time, so they're going to put it at 25 seconds. So here comes Guerra with a 34-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it's no good. So the Yellow Jackets hold. Their defense holds, bends but doesn't break. So the Yellow Jackets dodge one there. The Lobos not able to capitalize on the field goal. Yellow Jackets will have a first down from their own 24-yard line. So Lopez looking to get a little bit of a momentum there. And not able to come up with at least 3 points. You come up with at least 3 points, especially on a turnover. That's a good victory there. In a game like this, it's for the whole enchilada. Those 3 points might come back and cost the Lobos at the end of the game. Yellow Jackets still with a 7-point lead. We got 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. All right, so we're waiting for the officials to spot the ball. All right, here we go. Eliza Trevino and company. Nice little flare pass to Garcia. Garcia gets the open field. Garcia with a good little run. Nice little play there. That kind of play right there kind of counts like a running play. So we're going to go back to the Patriots dynasty when Tom Brady, was kind of short with his, those years that he didn't have that deep threat. So what did the Patriots do? They would always go little 2, 3, 5 yard passes. And those little passes are going to keep your outside linebackers and your corners honest. Yellow Jackets with a trips to the right. Trevino with a quarterback keeper. Trevino hit out of bounds, but we're going to have a holding penalty. It almost looks like it's going to be John Amaya, the guilty party. Had him right where he needed to, but what happened, he kind of turned, when the corner, he turned him over and held on, and that's where the outside judge saw it, threw the flag right at the 30-yard line. Waiting for the call. It's a 10-yard penalty from 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so most likely going to be put right at about the 20-yard line. So Yellow Jackets still with a first down, repeat first down. So they're, in essence, it's back to at a first down. So they're first and 10. Definitely want to have that good positive yardage. Don't want to be going backwards. Penalties have plagued the Yellow Jackets throughout this 2024 campaign. Yellow Jackets flipping their receivers to the opposite side. Now we got a trips left. No tight end on this side. Garcia in the single back in the backfield with Trevino. Lopez comes with a blitz. Blitz the middle linebacker. Trevino under pressure. And it's Morales once again. Morales. Correction, it was number 6, John Amaya, making up for that holding penalty. So the Yellow Jackets get a first down. So the Yellow Jackets continuing the balanced attack on offense. The trips formation working for the Yellow Jackets. Lopez playing a little bit of a zone defense here. Ball goes to Garcia. Garcia drags a defender for about a yard or two. Good 2 yards or so. Be 2nd and 8. And that is the end of the first quarter. Yellow Jackets draw first blood in the first quarter. Yellow Jackets lead the Lobos 7-0. Want to thank everyone for joining us. Want to send a big O shout out to the Edcouch-Elsa ISD school board members.
Second down for the Yellow Jackets.
All right, so it's 2nd and 8 for Trevino and company. Yellow Jackets going to a split formation. Trevino keeps it, rolls right. Lobos calling for a fumble, but a little too late on that one. The ball was already whistled down. And the rule also is that the ground cannot force a fumble.
For the Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow Jackets in 3rd down situation, needing about 6-7 yards here on 3rd and long. Amaya and Morales at the top of your screen. Trevino fires. And another great catch. Amaya. John Amaya with another first down. Nice little out pattern for Amaya. Runs a good little 10 and out, and that's a good little timing pattern. Something definitely that area that they've been improving on, working on that timing on those routes. Morales splits out, comes out to the bottom of your screen, and Morales stays up. Correction, Amaya stays up at the top. Here comes Garcia. Garcia runs into a wall of Lobos, and Garcia goes nowhere. Sebastian Hernandez was the first Lobo to meet Garcia at the line of scrimmage. I think that Garcia barely got back to the original line of scrimmage, and he did. It's 2nd and 10. So back comes in Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez now in the slot. Aside from Trevino, Rodriguez is the 2nd fastest playmaker for the Yellow Jackets on offense, and the Yellow Jackets are happy to have him back from injury. There is the pass, and Trevino shifty, breaks a couple of tackles. There goes Trevino. Trevino has one man to beat. Spins and is pushed out of bounds at the Lopez 19-yard line. So Trevino initially had the speedster Alex Rodriguez on a deep skinny post or a deep curl route. And Trevino wisely did not throw it. The free safety did adjust. Trevino creeped it out rolled out to the outside and found a crease. Gets a big gain for the Yellow Jackets, and the Yellow Jackets are back in the red zone. Same formation for the Yellow Jackets with the trips left. Look for a run to Garcia on this one. And it's a quick flare pass to the speedster to Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez still wearing a knee brace. The initial injury on week 1 at Donna is Rodriguez had a little fracture on a kneecap. The training staff feared that he was going to be lost for the season with an ACL tear, but Rodriguez was maybe able to make it back for the Mercedes game at the Black Hole. It was a gain of 2 yards. Here comes Morales in motion. He fakes to Morales. And Trevino goes up the middle, and there's another fumble. It appears that it's going to be the Lobos. So the Lobo defense forcing 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles. Hold on, they're discussing. It appears that it's going to be Yellow Jackets are going to stick with this one. So the Yellow Jackets dodging one deep in Lobo territory. It's going to be 3rd down at the Lobo 15-yard line, and the entire Lobo Nation over here is going crazy. Definitely they were thinking that it was going to be Lobo ball. Nonetheless, here comes Trevino in an empty backfield. Yellow Jackets running a trips left. Doubles at the top. You got a stacked formation with Amaya and Morales in the slot. Free play up the middle. And he had Amaya on a deep post pattern. Correction, it was Aiden Garcia, and he drops it, and Garcia is hitting himself, knowing that he had a free play and a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. So it was a preliminary call was offsides. So it's 5 yards. Now it's going to be a 3rd and short, 3rd and about a yard. So it changes the play call a little bit easier for the Yellow Jackets. Look for a quarterback keeper here. We did see a run to Estrada earlier. Let's see if he elects to hand it or keep it. And there it is. And we have a Yellow Jackets changing it up a little. And first time that we see that formation all year. And we have another turnover, another fumble. Little counter play. Yellow Jackets faking an old school toss. Almost, from the formation, it looked like if Amaya was going to do a quarterback sneak. The thing that happened on that particular play is Trevino and Amaya were not able to hold on to that quarterback running back exchange. So nonetheless, it's a 1st down for the Lobos. Lobos 1st down at their own 9-yard line. Ramirez under pressure. Ramirez fires it. Interesting from our view up here, had 4 linemen upfield, so I think the judge saw that. Let's see what the call is. So if it isn't, let's see what they call. So the call is against the Lobos. Ineligible man downfield. So the rule is I think you got to, while the quarterback's dropping back, normally what the rule is, I believe it's a yard or 2. They cannot pass that particular threshold. So it's kind of tricky if you're a lineman, because sometimes you're caught in no man's land because you're thinking that your quarterback's going to run. He's under duress. You kind of get lost there. So you got to, it's one of those plays. But nonetheless, a victory for the Yellow Jacket defense. And it is Slovak on a little draw play. Slovak gets 5 yards and more. So 3rd and long passing situation for Ramirez and company. The Lobos with the doubles at the bottom of your screen. Yellow Jackets running a cover 2 defense. 4-3 with 3 linebackers and 4 down linemen. And it is another draw, or a little delay. And Slovak is met by a wall and a swarm of Yellow Jackets.
Number 22, Eddie Slovak, the ball carrier.
Free safety Jorge Martinez coming all the way down from his free safety, strong safety position to meet Slovak. Gano also assisting on the tackle. Here we go. Important third down here for both clubs. 3rd and 3. Look for a little screen or a little flare pass to Slovak. Ramirez under pressure. Ramirez fires and has a man wide open. Diego Guerra with a big play for the Lobos. Yellow Jacket defensive line had Ramirez under pressure. Ramirez rolling out, kind of looking like Cam Ward running out to the outside, kind of improvised. Receiver kind of got lost in the secondary. And Lobos with a first down. And it is Slovak. Slovak comes it to the outside. Initial Yellow Jacket on tackle was senior outside linebacker John Torres.
Gain of 7 yards. Second down for the Lobos. Ball spot on the 34-yard line.
All right, so the Lobos going with a 2-by-2 formation here with a single back in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Preliminary call is going to be a false start against the Lobos. Lobos are going to be going back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Clock stops with 6 minutes and 11 seconds in the second quarter. Yellow Jackets not able to pull away here in the second quarter. Yellow Jackets already have 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles lost to the Lobos. Excuse me. Ramirez drops back, a little flare pass to Slovak in the backfield in the flats. Slovak rolls out of bounds short of the 35-yard line. Right at the 36-yard line, RJ Orandai with a tackle. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Lobos. Got to wonder if the Lobos are going to be in 4-down territory. Guerra missed a field goal for the Lobos earlier in the first quarter. And it is Slovak up the middle, and Slovak goes nowhere. It's met by a swarm of Yellow Jackets, and the Yellow Jackets force 4th down. Looks like the Lobos are going to go for it down 7-0. Your defense has already forced 2 turnovers, so you're the Yellow Jacket defensive line. You want to be disciplined and don't fall for the hard count, trying to give him a free first down. Lobos need exactly 5 yards. Ramirez drops back as a man-to-man at the... And they do call a penalty. Kind of interesting here to see if Victor Cárdenas, kind of sings in his ear a little bit and tells him there's not a catchable ball. But nonetheless, it appears that the Lobos are going to have a first down here. Still waiting for the call from the head official. So they're going to give him the 10 yards. So they call it holding. Normally the holding is a 5-yard penalty. Not sure why they're giving them the 10 yards. But it's a first down nonetheless for the Lobos. Not sure, maybe they saw that they gave him 10 yards. They're discussing it. Still trying to figure out what they're trying to what they're analyzing on the field here. Nonetheless, here we go. Lobos with a trips right formation. Got Botany right down on the slot position. And it is Slovak. Slovak finds a crease. It's met there by free safety Israel Campos. Slovak gets another first down. So the Lobos in the red zone, marching deep in Yellow Jacket territory. And we do have a injured Yellow Jacket at the Yellow Jacket 28-yard line. From the view up here, it kind of looks like it might be number 73, Matt Enriquez, the senior defensive lineman for the Yellow Jackets. We're going to take a little brief time out as they attend to Matt Enriquez. We'll be right back. So the injured Yellow Jackets was senior defensive lineman Matt Enriquez. Enriquez walking to the sideline off his own power. Always a great sign. So Matt's okay. So it's first down for the Lobos. Lobos driving deep in Yellow Jacket territory.
Lopez on first down in the red zone.
All right, trips right on the short side of the field. It's Slovak once again. And not a good play there by senior free safety Jorge Martinez. Got to keep your cool, especially in a game like this. Every position counts. You're only up by 7 points, and now you're going to give them a free first down once again. The only thing here, it's normally a 15-yard penalty. It's half the distance to the goal. So the Lobos already driving, already forced 2 fumbles against your offense, and now you're giving them a free personal foul penalty, and it's first and goal. So Lopez will have it deep inside Yellow Jacket territory. See if the Yellow Jackets can make a goal line stand here, and it is Slovak. Slovak not much to go. Runs into a wall of Yellow Jackets and is usually Matt Cano in there. Mario Martinez was the first Yellow Jacket to meet Slovak. The second and goal. Yellow Jackets needing 6 yards to break the goal line. Yeah, a false start penalty coming here for the Lobos. Lobos will be moved back 5 yards. So it is a 5-yard penalty, a false start. Lobos going backwards. Ball will be placed at the 11-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 11. So if you have the Yellow Jackets here, a victory would be, of course, the best victory here would be to force, turnover on 4th down, but at least limit them to a field goal. So it appears, let's see if they called him down or is it a fumble? Yellow Jackets pointed as a fumble. So the officials are huddling it right at about the 1-yard line. So they're calling it incomplete. So the Yellow Jackets catch a big break. So 3rd and goal. Crossing route. Falls incomplete. Yellow Jackets looking to force at least a field goal. So here we go. Ramirez falls back. It's a little screen pass and has Slovak, and the Yellow Jacket defense is not fooled. 4th down. The Yellow Jacket defense bends but doesn't break. Field goals are not going to win you the game, but let's see what the Lobos elect to do. So they're going to go for their 2nd field goal attempt. Here comes Guerra. Nonetheless, don't want to give the Lobos a free 5 yards here on 4th down and make this field goal attempt a little easier. You can see on your screen, you can see the flags on the right of the post. The wind's coming about from the northeastern part of the stadium, and Guerra punches it in for 3 points. So new score here at Sam Stadium. Yellow Jackets 7 and the Lobos 3. We got 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the first half. Yellow Jackets dominating the first half, but 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and Lopez stopping the Yellow Jackets from pulling away. Every possession is going to be crucial, especially on a game like this. As we stated earlier at the beginning, at the pregame, Yellow Jackets are looking to clinch their first outright district championship in 11 games, and 2 turnovers like that are not going to help the cause.
Tonight's kickoff is sponsored by H-E-B, making the lives of Texans better. H-E-B, here, everything is better.
So back deep to receive the kickoff for the Yellow Jackets is Nathan Amaya and Brenton Morales.
Back to receive number 3, Brandon Morales, and number 11.
And the kick for the Lobos, Eddie Guerra. Correction, it's Diego Guerra.
Kicking off for your Lopez Lobos, number 16, Diego Guerra.
So Amaya elects to take it out of the end zone. And Amaya barely gets back to the 15-yard line.
Tackling by number 19, Brandon Hernandez. Number 11, Nathan Amaya, ready to kick off return. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets actually, Amaya was able to get at least to the Yellow Jacket 17-yard line. In a case like that, you got about 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. You want to let the ball go or kneel it in the end zone and take it at the 25, especially right now that the Lobos defense has the momentum. But here comes Trevino and company. Garcia in the single back in the backfield. Goes to Garcia. Garcia finds a small little crease, gets some positive yards on first down. Garcia takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Jorge Lara was the first Lobo to meet Garcia for the tackle. Yellow Jackets stay in the same formation with the doubles on the top of your screen with Rodriguez, the single receiver at the bottom. And it is Morales tiptoeing the sideline and picks up a first down. Morales running a nice out pattern and picks up another first down for the Yellow Jackets. Gotta like what you're seeing from Morales and Amaya here in the first half. Yellow Jackets game plan offensively has been working. Nice balance attack. Morales comes to the opposite side of the field now in the slot on. And it goes to Garcia. Garcia slips. Garcia picked up about a good 6 yards. Be a 2nd and 4. The clock keeps rolling. We've reached 1 minute and 30 seconds in the first half.
Second down for the Yellow Jackets. Ball spot on the 37-yard line.
Here comes Trevino. Trevino drops back as a man wide open, and it is Morales, and Morales catches it. 10, 5, and it is a touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Elijah Trevino, a nice pitching catch. We don't have a replay to show you from up here from the top of Sam Stadium, but he hit throwing a dime directly to Brandon Morales. And the Yellow Jackets strike right before the first half, right at a little bit over a minute. And in comes Chucho Ramirez to add to the Yellow Jacket lead. Morales and the Morales-Trevino connection coming to live here tonight here at Sam Stadium. The kick is up and it is good. Yellow Jackets now up 14-3. Yellow Jackets taking an 11-point game. And if you're the Yellow Jackets, you definitely, desperately needed that touchdown after surrendering 2 straight fumbles. The Lobos did elect to defer for the second half, so the Lobos will receive the ball first in the second half. So with 1 minute and 3 seconds, look for a, give me 1 second. So we have another personal foul penalty against the Yellow Jackets. They're going to assess it after the kickoff, so we're most likely going to see a return and no touchback. Ramirez will have the wind to his back.
Back to the kickoff for your Lopez Lobo, number 5, Sebastian Hernandez. And number 80, Gerardo Vasquez.
So back to receive is Sebastian Hernandez. For the Lobos, kicking duties, Jesus Chucho Ramirez will now be kicking from the Yellow Jacket 25-yard line. Lobos will most likely have great field position here. Lobos will have 1 minute and 8 seconds to at least attempt another field goal right before the end of the first half. So Ramirez fires it deep. It's going to be caught at the 9-yard line. Shows you the strength of Ramirez's leg. And it's paying dividends here, but nonetheless, special teams unit receiver for the Lobos showing his speed. So the Yellow Jackets were able to dodge one on special teams. The kick returner for the Lobos was Adrian Medina. There is a flag on the 25-yard line. Reason they were able to dodge one. Give us 1 second. Here comes the head official.
Penalty flag on the play. Offside on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, free kick.
So it's going to be a offsides against the Yellow Jackets special teams. Yellow Jackets had just avoided something, a boneheaded move on the extra point. You gave the Lobos 15 yards. They were going to be guaranteed with great field position, and you stop them at their own 27-yard lines. In essence, just an extra 2 yards normally from a touchback. Now you're going to kick it from the 20-yard line. We understand that Ramirez has a great leg, but to ask him to kick it that far, you cannot have those boneheaded plays or those penalties, especially on a game like this. It's going to decide a district championship. Nonetheless, on something like this, on a penalty, normally on a kickoff, or even on a punt, the side that's kind of more at risk is going to be the kicking team now. You just asked all your gunners, all your entire kicking team to rush 100 miles an hour, go full speed to go tackle somebody, and now you're going to ask them to do it again. All right, so hold on. So it is a touchdown, Yellow Jackets. I'm sure, correction, a timeout. So after that little kick that Ramirez did, it kind of shines a little light at something they saw. You're pinned back at the 20-yard line. If I'm Victor, what do you do here? They might have you re-kick it, or they might not, but you might want to kick it out of bounds, and maybe Lopez will elect to take it at the 30. I highly doubt that, so let's see what special teams coordinator Michael Whalen elects to call here. Crucial play calling coming up here. We're under a minute here at Sam Stadium. Yellow Jackets still will have 2 timeouts remaining. So now we have Eddie Slovak siding. So interesting kickoff coming here. Ramirez going to kick from his own 20-yard line after 2 penalties, going backwards 20 yards. So here comes Ramirez. Ramirez with a high kick. He kicks it to Sebastian Hernandez. Hernandez gets it at the 18-yard line and is met there by Gavin Rodriguez. So Gavin Rodriguez also playing some special teams. Hernandez was able to take the kickoff all the way to the 40-yard line. Lopez will have their best field position of the evening to start off a drive. The Lopez were able to capitalize on a Yellow Jacket turnover on their last drive, and they were able to get a Eddie Guerra field goal. So Ramirez and company changing the play at the line. Ramirez drops back as a man wide open. And Jorge Hernandez wisely times the hit and jars it free. Receiver did lose his helmet, so by rule, he's got to step out. Number 16 on the last drive was able to get a nice play down the seam in the middle of the field. Pay attention to the bottom of your screen at number 10, the slot. Tadeus Botany, and it is picked off. And it is Amaya. Amaya looking to take it, running all the way back. And the Yellow Jackets are set up shop deep in Lobo territory at the Lobo. Correction, let's see where they're going to spot the ball. It's going to be at the Lobo 11-yard line. I was just highlighting that just to look at the slot at Tadea's Botany. Not sure why the Lobos not wanting to take advantage of Botany's height, standing at about 6'4", 6'5". Clearly about 4 or 5 inches taller than the defensive back, but nonetheless, the Yellow Jackets are set up shop at the Lopez, correction, 16-yard line, already in Ramirez territory, barring a huge penalty here. Yellow Jackets looking to add some more points here right before the half. We got 36 seconds remaining here at Sam Stadium in the first half. Yellow Jackets up 14-3. Ramirez drops back. Correction, it's Trevino. Nice little swing pass to Garcia. Yellow Jackets going with a hurry-up offense. Yellow Jackets call a timeout. The clock's gonna stop at 24 seconds. Yellow Jackets still have one timeout. You can still call, some plays. If you do fire down the middle of the field, you might want to just, of course, for clock, and timing purposes, clock management, you want to throw into the end zone if it falls incomplete, of course. If not, you want to work the sidelines, work the sticks, want to drive down. You don't want to, if it's not there, you don't want to throw it into harm's way because you're clearly in Jesus Ramirez's field goal range. Got about a nice little 5-mile-an-hour wind coming from the northeastern part of the field, of the stadium. So interesting here. Today's Botany coming in on defense. All right, so they're putting them in at defensive end now. Bottom of your screen, you got man coverage here. Morales, lone receiver here. Am I at the top of your screen with a help with a free safety? And Yellow Jackets run, and it is Botany. The clock's going to roll, and the Yellow Jackets call their final timeout of the half. So definitely going to be passing situation here on third down. You want to throw it away. If it's there, it's got to be in the end zone. Or you want to throw it exactly to the corner route and make sure that you get out of bounds before they touch you. If not, the clock keeps rolling. With 14 seconds or so, it's kind of hard. I haven't really seen it at the high school level. If the clock, something happens, the clock keeps rolling, you rush your field goal team, it's kind of hard to get the clock set. So Yellow Jackets definitely need to punch it into the end zone or make sure the ball falls incomplete, or you catch it and run out of bounds and stop the clock. Yellow Jackets cannot get another first down. It is first and goal. Correction, Yellow Jackets can get a first down. Excuse me. Yellow Jackets need about 5 yards. The clock would stop momentarily if they would reset the chains. Trevino drops. Rosso is right. Fires out of bounds, and the ball goes incomplete. Clock stops at 8 seconds, so it'll be fourth down. So with no timeouts, Jesus Ramirez will come in to attempt a field goal. Be a 28-yard field goal. With Ramirez's distance, this is a chip shot. So we have a Lobo timeout. Lobo's looking at ice Ramirez. So with a field goal here, the Yellow Jackets will take a 14-point lead.
Texas Valley Educators Association represents approximately 1,500 members in Brownsville and Port Isabel ISD. Members are privileged to have a local organization with local attorneys. Enjoy the benefits today and get to know us before you need us.
All right, so Amaya, John Amaya, the holder. Ramirez attempting a 28-yard field goal. Here's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it is good. Jesus Ramirez, dead center. And the Yellow Jackets capitalize on a Nathan Amaya interception right before the half. The clock stops right at 4 seconds. Most importantly, no penalty on the field goal. So now with the leg of Jesus Ramirez, with the wind at his back, you definitely want to kick this, sail it out of the end zone, and force the Lobos to go 75 yards for a touchdown. Back to receive would be Sebastian Grimaldo and Eddie Slovak.
Number 5, Sebastian Hernandez. The number 22, Eddie Slovak. Kicking off for the Yellow Jackets, number 25, Jesus Ramirez.
Ramirez kicking off from his own 40-yard line. Ramirez with a swift kick. And the ball rose out of the end zone. And the ball will be placed at the Lobo 25-yard line. Barring a miracle, this should be the last play of the first half. So here comes Ramirez and company. Slovak, the backfield. A little delay give to Slovak. Met there by Matt Gano, and that'll be the last play of the second quarter. So we have reached halftime here at Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas, where the Edcouch-Elsa YellowJackets lead the Brownsville Lopez Lobos 17-3 in a good ball game. Stay tuned for two great bands coming up for a good halftime entertainment. And we'll be back at the start of the third quarter. Check, 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 check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. 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 Check, check. Check, check, check.
direction of founder, artistic director, choreographer, Sandy Sikora. Throughout the past year, this elite organization has earned over 1,000 regional, state, and national awards and titles for their outstanding choreography, technique, and performances, becoming one of the most respected dance programs in Texas. In addition, several alumni have continued their studies in dance and are currently attending and performing in choreography from various universities, including dance studies across Texas. The Sikora would like to thank all the parents, family, friends, and former Golden Stars for all their continued support and contributing to the success of this elite organization. Thank you.
Activating beast mode. 3, 2, 1, go. Beast mode.
Lopez Early College High School proudly present to your halftime entertainment the 2024 Lopez Lobo Marching Band. The Lopez Lobo Marching Band is under the field direction of drum majors Catalina Marquez and Melanie Salinas. Tonight, the Lopez Lobo Marching Band will perform selections from our music library. These include All My Rowdy Friends, La Virgen de la Macarena, and Zoot Suit Riot. Color Guard Member of the Week is Ruby Vargas. Woodwind Member of the Week is Jesus Rodriguez. Brass Member of the Week is Rodney Sandoval. Percussion Member of the Week is Michaela Lopez. And Section of the Week is the Brass Section, which ranked 19th at the 2024 5A State Marching Band Championships. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and take in the sights and sounds of one of the most storied band programs in the state of Texas. 13-time qualifier and 2-time finalist for the UIL State Marching Band Championships. A 30 consecutive UIL sweepstakes winner, and the only band program in the state of Texas to win the Team EA Honor Band title in Conference 4A, 5A, and 6A, your Lopez Lobo Marching Band. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let them hear it. Yo, Lopez,
All right, we've reached the end of halftime, and here come the Edcouch-Elsa YellowJackets, and now here come the Brownsville Lopez Lobos. YellowJackets with a 14-point lead coming into the third quarter. Turnovers were the story of the first half. YellowJackets lost 2 fumbles. The Lobos were only able to capitalize on 1 field goal. The first field goal attempt was no good. Right before the half, the YellowJackets were able to their first turnover of with a Nathan Amaya interception. YellowJackets are able to capitalize, kick the field goal of their own, and we're at 17 minutes in 17-3 with the start of the third quarter. The Lopez Lobos elected to defer to the second. Back deep to receive for the Lobos is Hernandez and Slovak. And the kick for the YellowJackets is Jesus Ramirez. Comes Ramirez. Ramirez launches it deep, and it is Hernandez with a fumble. He's able to recover his own fumble. And he's met there right at his own 10-yard line. So the YellowJacket defense in good position here. Lobos will have a first down from their own 10-yard line. Twins to the top here because the man in motion. A little trickery there. Eddie Slovak, the ball carrier up the middle. The jet sweep fake, pausing the defense for a little bit. And Lobos, I have a first down at their own 20-yard line. Goes back to Slovak once more. And Slovak gaining about 5 yards. So 2 straight runs to their playmaker, Eddie Slovak. It was a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5. Lobos with the trips left, right, with the man in motion. And it is Slovak once again. Slovak takes it outside. It's pushed out of bounds by senior outside linebacker Matt Cano. Slovak picked up another first down. So Lobos with 2 straight first downs to open up the third quarter. Clock has stopped at 10 minutes and 44 seconds. Do have a penalty, and it is Slovak up the middle. Slovak with another big run. Initial tackle made by Israel Campos. Looks like it's most likely going to be an offsides penalty here. So it's an offsides 5-yard penalty. This decline in the Lobos, and Slovak pick up their 3rd straight first down. So the Lobos coming out of the gate of the second half with 3 straight first downs, very uncharacteristic from a stingy YellowJacket defense. Here comes Ramirez with Slovak once again. Another penalty offsides with a free play. And Jorge Martinez with another bone-crushing hit.
Fastball incomplete to number 12, Ryan Morales.
Ryan Morales was the intended receiver. That's the second time that Morales takes a big hit from Jorge Martinez. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down. The Lobos will have a 1st and 5.
Words are better together. It lives in our compassionate care for moms and babies and our award-winning heart services.
So we do have a injury timeout. Morales gets up, walking off of his own power. Lobos marching into Yellow Jacket territory. It'll be a 1st and 5 from the Yellow Jacket 48-yard line. This Lobo drive started at their own 10-yard line after an Hernandez fumble right at about the 1-2-yard line. Big drive here for the Lobos, looking to cut the Yellow Jacket lead to 7 with a touchdown. Okay, so we got another penalty, 3rd straight penalty. Lobos will go back 5 yards. It was a false start. Lobos back in their own territory. They'll have a 1st and 15 from their own 47-yard line. Lobos running with a twins package, man in motion. Ball goes to Slovak. Slovak cuts the corner and is finally stopped by senior defensive end Mario Martinez. So Slovak and the Lobos running the ball at will against a stingy Yellow Jacket defense. Slovak picks up 6 yards. The Lobo offensive line making a statement here early in the 3rd quarter. And it is Slovak once again. And Matthew Cano not fooled. So we got a 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Lobos might be in 4-down territory. Look for an aggressive play call in here in the 2nd half. Another delay to Slovak, and Slovak will be stopped short of the line of gain. He's going to need about a yard. Ball to be placed right at the 45. So if you're the Yellow Jackets, I would stay disciplined and do not go offsides. Look for a hard count and a heavy dosage of Eddie Slovak. If I was the Lobos offensive coordinator, I would fake it to Slovak and maybe do a zone read with the quarterback. And it is to Slovak, and Slovak gets the 1st down. Slovak marches all the way down to the Yellow Jacket 37-yard line for a Lopez 1st down. So the Lopez Lobos running the ball down into Yellow Jacket territory. Ramirez drops back. He's got a man wide open. Fires deep. In and out of the hands. Ramirez thrown into triple coverage. And somehow the receiver was able to get his hands on the ball, evading the triple coverage. Pass was intended for Eliazar. Let me see if I pronounce this correct. Iruegas. So Gabriel Rios comes out of the game, the slot receiver that you've been seeing in motion the entire night. There goes to Slovak. Slovak breaks a tackle. He's finally met there by Troy Barco. Correction, Brandon Ibarra on the tackle. And the Lopez looking to wear down the Yellow Jacket defense. It's been about a 95-5, running to. So the motion. It goes back to Slovak, and Slovak gets the first down. Correction, stopped. So it'll be fourth down. Matthew Gunn once again on the tackle. So it'll be 4th and 1, and Yellow Jackets looking to make a 4th down stop. Lopez looking to get another first down. And the entire stadium knows that it's going to Eddie Slovak. The matter is can the Yellow Jacket defense stop Slovak? And it is a offsides. Ramirez fires deep and has a man wide open, in and out of the hands of Iruelas. Iruelas had a step, was able to get behind Ibarra and Martinez. So it's going to be first down. So the clock stops with 6 minutes and 29 seconds. So it is a 5-yard penalty. And the Lobos knocking on the door to get into Yellow Jacket red zone. Lobos have already made 2 trips into the Yellow Jacket red zone, and only able to muster 3 points this evening. And it goes to Eddie Slovak. Slovak is stopped. Matt the Hitman Enriquez was the first Yellow Jacket with a shoelace tackle. Mario Martinez, the other senior defensive end, was there to finish off Slovak on that tackle. So interesting, at the bottom of your screen, Botany, the 6'4" wide receiver in man coverage with junior Brandon Ibarra. Now you got Martinez rolling over. Ibarra has a little help over the top. Let's see if the Lobos want to take advantage of the height. And Ramirez drops back, fires a corner route, and it is caught, and it is a touchdown, Lobos. Ramirez with a quick strike on a corner route. The receiver, don't have a number for the receiver from our view over here, was able to catch the ball, spin, and the Lobos making a statement to start off the second half, saying that they're not going to go quietly. Lobos making it look too easy. The Yellow Jackets giving them 2 free first downs. And we have another offsides penalty. It's going to be most likely assessed on the kickoff. So penalties, paying, I guess the right word is, biting the Yellow Jackets in the rear end on that drive. And those 2 crucial penalties gave the Lobos 2 free first downs. So they're calling it a personal foul. Could not really make it out with the music in the background, but it's a personal foul, a 15-yard penalty. So look for a touchback. So if you're the Yellow Jackets, penalties have cost you a lot of plays this season. And going into the playoffs, it's an area for concern that you definitely need to clean up. Discipline-wise, you have to stay disciplined and cannot allow and give free yards, especially on a game like this. The Lopez have already proved that they went toe-to-toe against the Mercedes Tigers. They went toe-to-toe against the Pace Vikings. And that's the reason why, they're still in the hunt for a 3-way tie for a district title. And it's games like this that you have to, clean up those penalties. So let's see if the Yellow Jackets can answer. Diego Guerra will be kicking from the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line, and the ball sails out of the end zone. Ball will be placed at the Yellow Jacket 25-yard line.
Kickoff goes for a touchback, 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
All right, so 5 minutes and 41 seconds. Yellow Jackets with a 17-10 lead here in the third quarter. See the Yellow Jackets how they respond. Lopez looking to get a stop and add momentum, some more momentum after that opening second half drive. Lobos definitely playing with a sense of urgency. Quick little swing pass to Morales. Morales with a good pitch and catch from Trevino. Let's see where they spot the ball. It was a 7-yard catch, 7-yard gain, so it'd be 2nd and 7.
Second down for the Yellow Jackets. Ball spot on the 32.
So now it is Jason Bing at the slot, the sophomore quarterback receiver. John Amaya rolls over to the top of your screen, and Morales at the bottom of your screen. So hold on, we do have a penalty. Let's see what the call is. Illegal substitution on the offense. The Yellow Jackets going backwards. Going from a 2nd and manageable to a 2nd and long. Now we'll need 8 yards. About 8.5 yards for the first down. So here comes Trevino with Garcia, the lone back in the backfield. Trevino drops back. Trevino takes it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 8. Outside linebacker putting pressure on Trevino. The linebacker came in free from the outside. So Yellow Jackets in a passing situation. Lobos looking to force a 3 and out. Yellow Jackets going with a trips formation. The Yellow Jackets did have a lot of success in the first half of this formation. Alex Rodriguez in the slot. Trevino changing the play at the line. Trevino drops back. Under pressure, has nowhere to throw. Trevino gets the first down. Trevino. Elijah Trevino passes the line again and runs over a defender. And Trevino definitely wanted that first down, knowing that, you know, with a 3 and out, the Lobos already with a touchdown to open up the drive. They needed to keep that momentum on, you know, out of the Lobos possession.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
So the one way that you can keep the Lobo offense from scoring is keep them off the field. And here comes Garcia. And Garcia will be stopped for a 2-yard loss. So hold on, a little bit of a scuffle on the visitor's side. So I kind of like what the Yellow Jackets have been doing. They've had a lot of success when they go in a trips formation. You're able to spread the field, spread the defense. And the Lobos have not had an answer for that formation this evening. And I believe the Yellow Jackets are going to go back to that trips formation. So Rodriguez will stay in the slot alongside Morales and Amaya. So not sure what they're discussing. So here come the officials. Not sure. I don't see a penalty, but let's see what the head official has to say. So they're calling a block in the back. So the Yellow Jackets going backwards. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. So it's going to be a 1st and 20. The Yellow Jackets going backwards. It's not something that you want, especially against a tough Lobo team. You don't want to leave the Lobos hanging, especially in the 4th quarter. Last week they won a thriller against the Pace Vikings. Here comes Trevino, where the quarterback keeper follows his blockers, breaks another tackle. Trevino gets a big chunk back on that one particular run. He's able to take his way all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. Be about a good 3rd and 9 or so. They're actually going to call it 3rd and 7. So definitely a lot better than 3rd and 20. So passing situation for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets with doubles at the top of your screen. Rodriguez at the bottom of your screen. Let's see if Ramirez. Trevino flips course, looking to throw. Trevino keeps it and is going to fall short of the line of gain. And it's going to be a punting situation for the Yellow Jackets, especially being inside their territory. It's about a 4th and about a half a yard. So big play coming up here. So for a minute there, it almost looked like the Yellow Jackets were going to go for it. So in comes Jesus Ramirez. This would be a good time if you're Michael Whalen, the special teams coordinator, to call a a fake punt. You got 1 second, so the Yellow Jackets are going to call a timeout, not using the play clock wisely, and they're going to burn a timeout. That timeout could cost the Yellow Jackets. Could cost them, especially in a 7-point game. So as I was stating earlier, you have Ramirez, who is a traditional drop back punter, who's got a massive leg, who can flip the field, and you can potentially pin the Lobos deep. But we have seen him throughout the season do a rugby style kick, and he is a right-handed kicker, or shall we say punter as well. So if you have Ramirez and give him that option where if he's going to roll like a rugby style kick, and if the defender goes with the gunner and he has a crease, Ramirez does have some speed for a punter. Okay, so that's going to go out of the equation as the offense comes back. And I would most likely see a Elijah Trevino quarterback run following his lead blockers. Look for a run to the right here. But nonetheless, we're not going to see that. Yellow Jackets with a false start. And in will come in Jesus Ramirez. So Yellow Jackets continuing with the mental miscues. Ramirez did try a fake punt last week against the Southwest Javelinas and was stopped about 2 yards shy. Okay, so we have a penalty, a little bit of sloppy play here. So another false start against the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets going backwards, and now you're asking a lot more from Ramirez. Punt returner is standing right at about his 20-yard line. A good hanging punt would help. Ramirez with a big high kick. Let's see if it bounces, and it takes a Lopez bounce. Not what Ramirez wanted out of that punt. The ball literally kind of awkwardly just bounced straight up and stopped like a sitting duck. So the Lobos will have a first down at their own 41-yard line with great field position. So Yellow Jacket defense looking to roll up their sleeves and stop Eddie Slovak. And the Lopez Lobos, we're down to 2 minutes and 24 seconds, and it is Slovak once again. He breaks a tackle. And Slovak running at will. We do have a penalty. We do have an injured Yellow Jackets. Senior defensive lineman Edgar Delata appears to be the injured Yellow Jacket. So it is a holding penalty against the Lobos. So the Lobos will go back. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it'll be a first down for the Lobos. So Delata looking to most likely have a cramping issues. So let's just hope that Edgar Delata is okay. Edgar Delata's had a really, really good 2024 campaign for the Yellow Jacket defense. And we'll take a brief timeout here where the Yellow Jackets lead the Lobos 17-10. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back here at Sam Stadium. So big old round of applause for senior defensive lineman for the Yellow Jackets, Edgar Delata, walking off in his own power. It's always a great sign. We'll keep you guys updated. Let's just hope it's just a cramp. A lot of things normally happen at the bottom of those piles. You got linemen coming at you, and sometimes there's a lot of awkward falls here and then, and sometimes some of these defensive linemen or linebackers, wind up on the wrong end of that. So let's hope that Delata's okay. Nonetheless, it'll be a first down for the first in a mile here for the Lobos. It's 1st and 20. Man in motion. And here comes Slovak. Slovak takes the outside corner. And Slovak with a big gain. And Slovak slowly taking charge. One play, one run at a time. So no secret here that the Lobos want to feed Eddie Slovak, and every once in a while they want to throw it over the top. Look for another motion here. And it's Slovak once again. Slovak was initially met there by senior defensive lineman Matt Enriquez. So it's 3rd and about 3. We've reached 1 minute and 45 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Look for a hard count. You're the Yellow Jacket defense. You want to stay disciplined. And they give it to Slovak, and Slovak turns the corner. And Gavin Rodriguez making his presence known and says, I've had enough of Eddie Slovak this evening, and I want to force a punt. And the Lobos go backwards. So punting situation. So the Yellow Jackets, by the help of senior defensive end Gavin Rodriguez, force a punt. Diego Guerra into punt for the Lobos. Back deep to receive the punt for the Yellow Jackets is junior wide receiver Brandon Morales. Morales already has 2 touchdowns this evening. And the ball sails out of bounds, and it'll be a touchback. Yellow Jackets will have a first down at their own 25-yard line. So Yellow Jackets looking to get their first points of the second half. It's still a one-possession game. Yellow Jackets looking to increase to take a 14-point lead with a touchdown. So here comes Elijah Trevino and company. Look for a run to Aiden Garcia. And we have a fumble. Trevino wisely picks up the ball. And so we have a penalty. It appears it might be a personal foul, a late hit out of bounds. But the Yellow Jackets dodged one on that play where John Amaya tattooed the outside linebacker in a blindside block. And the officials missed the illegal, blindside block. So let's see if there's going to be offsetting penalties if the officials did see the blindside block, or if the personal foul late hit out of bounds is going to stand. If it stands, the Yellow Jackets will have a first down. Okay, so here comes the call from the head official. It's kind of strange of events here. If you listen to the terminology from the official, he called an ineligible man downfield. There cannot be an ineligible man downfield because it was not a pass. It was a run. So therefore, by rule, there should be no penalty. I'm thinking that's what happened. I think that I think he kind of understood what he said. There was no pass. So the 15-yard penalty stands, and the Yellow Jackets have a first down at their own 30-yard line. So Elijah Trevino with another quarterback keeper, and it's another first down. So the Yellow Jackets flexing their muscles on offense, saying, you guys got Eddie Slovak and we got Elijah Trevino. So that's going to be the end of the fourth quarter, where the Edcouch-Elsa YellowJackets lead the Brownsville Lopez Lobos 17-10 in a dogfight here at Sam's Stadium. So an outright district championship at stake for the Yellow Jackets. It'll be their first outright district championship in 11 years. And if the Lopez Lobos on them, they have at stake, they want a share of that crown. It would be a three-way tie. If Lopez wins tonight, it'll be a three-way tie between Edcouch-Elsa Mercedes and Brownsville Lopez. So, an interesting fourth quarter coming up between the Yellow Jackets and the Lobos. So we're taking a brief timeout as they get everything situated and they place the ball for play. Okay, here comes Trevino and company. And it is Garcia, the ball carrier, dragging the pile for some positive yards. Positive gain for Aiden Garcia. They're going to give him about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4, but we do have an injured Lobo on the field. Actually, correction, it might be a Yellow Jacket down. Checking to see here, we can get a view to see, pinpoint who's down. And it is an injured Lopez Lobo. Kind of nursing his shoulder. Let's hope that the young man's okay. Number 34, the injured Lobo. So Amaya and Morales at the bottom of your screen at doubles. Morales at the slot position. Morales having a breakout game with 2 touchdown catches. The Yellow Jackets going with a pistol formation. Isaac Estrada at the fullback position with Aiden Garcia directly behind him. All right, so Elijah Trevino changing the play at the line. And it is a dosage of Aiden Garcia. And Garcia is going to be close to the line of gain. Ball is going to be placed right short of the 50-yard line. And it is a Yellow Jacket first down. So the Yellow Jackets countering here. Stopping the Lobos on their previous drive, and the Yellow Jackets looking to slowly chunk away at this clock, 5-10 yards at a time or so. The clock has stopped momentarily. And it is Trevino with the quarterback keeper. Trevino is hit with a big lower extremity hit by number 2 of the Lobos. Would be second down. Nice tackle made. Trying to pull up the roster here. Please forgive me, folks. By Ricardo Mondragon. Trevino lost about 3 yards. Correction, it's he didn't lose 3 yards. Confusion on my end. It's going to be a 2nd and 7. Trevino rolls right. There's a man right open. It's going to be Amaya. Amaya with a first down. Amaya with a tiptoe catch, but hold on, we do have a penalty coming from the back judge. Judge throwing the ball, kind of looking like a quarterback way coming from the way out in the outfield. So let's see what the call is. Let's see if the Yellow Jackets catch a break here and further drive into Lopez territory. So here comes an important call from the official. So dead ball foul, 15-yard penalty assessed by the offense, and the Yellow Jackets killing themselves and going backwards. It's been the story of the game, as we mentioned earlier. And in a game like this, you have to be able to keep your composure. So it negates the first down. We're going to repeat second down. So it's going to be about okay, hold on. Not sure if there's a timeout here. Let's see if they're going to situate this. From my understanding, it would be a first down, but it's showing that they still have second down on the marker. It would be needing 14 yards for the first down. Okay, so they got it correct. Everything's been rectified. It is a 1st and 14. But nonetheless, the Yellow Jackets should be in Lobo territory. So definitely something area for concern for the Yellow Jackets. Penalties have plagued them this entire game and entire season. And going into the playoffs, especially into the first round, you're in, it's a pretty much an elimination game once you're in the playoffs, and penalties are going to cost you, as they've been costing the Yellow Jackets in this game. So it's to Garcia. Garcia is able to get about maybe 2 or 3 yards. So they actually corrected it was a 3-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 7. So what they did is they reset it, and they actually put it as a 1st and 10, not a 1st and 14. So the Yellow Jackets will have a 2nd and 10 from actually right exactly at midfield. Yellow Jackets with a double formation with Amaya and Morales at the top of your screen. Trevino drops back, is under pressure. He's able to avoid a sack and gets at least past the original line of scrimmage. So one of the smallest players on the field, playing like one of the biggest players on the field, is able to drag the pile to the Lobo 45-yard line. Yellow Jackets need about a tough 2 yards on 3rd down. The clock is at 9 minutes and 15 seconds. It's an important 3rd down for the Yellow Jacket offense, barring a penalty here. Yellow Jackets need to hurry up here. Got about 3, 2, and the Yellow Jackets are going to have to burn their 2nd time out. So not good time management by the Yellow Jacket offense, having to burn their 2nd time out in a close one-possession game. That those first 2 timeouts that had to be, one was burned, the first one on a punt, and the second one now here on 3rd and short. Of course, you don't want to take a delay of game, especially when you got 2 yards on a 3rd and 2. So let's see what Julio Smith has, rolled up or dialed up here for the Yellow Jackets. Definitely a good high percentage play here on 3rd and 2. Be kind of interesting here the way your defense has played all night, and the Lobos have kind of been a one-dimensional game, just the Eddie Slovak show. If they don't gain the first down here, do you elect to flip the field and use Jesus Ramirez's leg to your advantage and try to pin the Lobos deep and force him to drive the length of the field to tie the game? 3rd and 2 for the Yellow Jackets. And it is a quarterback keeper, and Trevino running hard. We did talk earlier this week with head coach Victor Cardenas, and he said look for a heavy dose of Elijah Trevino. He's the playmaker. He's the captain. He's the one that makes the wheels go for the Yellow Jackets, and they are definitely riding the back and the arms and the legs of Elijah Trevino. Yellow Jackets with no hurry here. Play clock is down to 10 seconds. And it is to Garcia up the middle. And Garcia with a big run once again. And now the Yellow Jacket offense flexing their muscles and saying, hey, man, we can block too. And we have a dose of, of our 1-2 punch with Trevino and Garcia. It's going to be a 2nd and 3.5 yards. And most importantly, the clock is rolling. We've reached 8 minutes here at Sam Stadium. So another key factor here, as we've seen here on this drive, Trevino's been hiking the ball with about 3 to 2 seconds left in the play clock and ensuring to try to milk as much time off the clock as they're trying to hold on to a 7-point lead. So Trevino, they were going to give him the forward progress, and he did get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a 3rd and about 3. So another important 3rd down call for the Yellow Jacket offense. We're at 20 seconds on the play clock. So it's Trevino and company. And we've reached 7 minutes here in the 4th quarter at Sam Stadium, and the entire home crowd is going crazy. And it's going to be Garcia with the 1st down. The junior running back, Aiden Garcia, keeping the Yellow Jacket drive alive and looking to put the nail in the coffin. At this stage, with under 7 minutes, at the rate that the Lobos have scored this evening, if the Yellow Jackets continue to milk the clock and add to their 7-point lead, they're going to definitely take the Lobos out of their realm and force them to throw the ball. And it is Garcia. Garcia patiently waiting for the hole to open up, and he patiently runs behind his blockers. Another positive gain. Garcia gains about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. So now this is where you're seeing the Lopez defense. If you can see the outside linebackers and their defensive linemen with their hands on their hip, and the Yellow Jacket offensive line is slowly wearing the Lopez defense down. And here comes Garcia. Garcia cuts it to the outside. Garcia drags the defender down to the Lopez 18-yard line. And most importantly, the clock keeps ticking. Precious seconds are rolling off the clock, and the Yellow Jackets are able to muster another 1st down. The clock will stop at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay, so they've reset the clock. So the rule is you get the 1st down. They allow the lineman, the chain crew to set the ball, and then they'll whistle it. So the clock is rolling. We've reached 10 seconds on the play clock. And it's Garcia once again. And Garcia just slowly wearing the Lopez defense down slowly by every single stomp and every single run. The Yellow Jackets have already taken off about a good 6 to 7 minutes off the clock on this drive, and a lot of it has been at the legs of Elijah Trevino and the legs of Aiden Garcia. And it is Aiden Garcia for the 4th straight run, and Garcia dragging the defenders to the 1-foot line. Garcia. Garcia's running at will. And this is where it's all about here. This is the off-season workouts, the 2-a-days, the weight room, the district title. The Yellow Jackets can taste the district title right here. Garcia's taking you for 4 straight runs, and I would say, you know what, just go ahead and feed him and reward the junior running back with a touchdown. And it is for Garcia, and Garcia punches it in. And the Yellow Jackets, Garcia with his 5th straight run. And the Yellow Jackets are able to punch it into the end zone for the first time in the second half. So the Yellow Jackets giving the Lobos a taste of their own medicine. The Lobos with the Eddie Slovak rushing attack. And they said, hey, you know what, we're going to slap on and we're going to strap up our own big boy pants. And we're going to go ahead and run it down your throat as well. So we do have an injury in the end zone. The Yellow Jackets ran the ball at will right down the teeth of the Lopez defensive line. And those big boys down at that defense is tired. The Yellow Jackets have weared them down here in the 4th quarter. And the entire Yellow Jacket nation on the visitor side is just going crazy, knowing that they've been yearning and wanting a district title, and it's been 11 years. And the crown is potentially coming back to the Tierra de la Máquina Amarilla. Okay, so we have a penalty. Not sure if it's a false start, but we cannot foresee a delay of game as the play clock had not been reset yet. So interesting, the Yellow Jackets were lining up to go for a 2-point conversion, knowing that they've weared the Lopez defensive line down. Actually, correction, no. So we do have Chucho Ramirez on the field. So it's an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Lobos. So that penalty is going to be assessed on the kickoff, and Ramirez will be able to kick that all the way into Matamoros, into the Rio Grande with that penalty. So the kick is up, and it goes straight down the middle of the uprights, and the Yellow Jackets take a 14-point lead, and most importantly, a 2-touchdown lead. So we have 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here at Sam Stadium. So definitely the Lobos are going to be out of their realm here late in the 4th quarter. We've seen a strong dosage of Eddie Slovak in the second half, but that's most likely going to change here as the Lopez need 2 touchdowns to tie to try to force overtime. So Ramirez will be kicking from his 45-yard line. You don't want to give the Lobos any kind of sense of momentum. I would just kick this straight out of the end zone. Don't allow a kick return and give them great field position. And Ramirez does just that. So it'll be a Lobo first down from their own 25-yard line. So Slovak and Ramirez in the backfield. The Lobos with a trips formation, man in motion. Got and it is almost intercepted by Matthew Cano. Matthew Cano reading the eyes of the quarterback, just drop back, and just kept on looking at the eyes. And it's almost, we don't have a replay for you guys back home, but the quarterback just telegraphed where he was going, stared his receiver down, and kind of almost, dissect that he had decided that he was going to go exactly there. So Matt Cano could have iced it for the Yellow Jackets. But nonetheless, it's second down, and it's Eddie Slovak up the middle. So it's a 10-yard gain. It's a first down. The Lobos will have a first down from their 35-yard line. So if you're the Lobos, you need 2 touchdowns. Running the ball and milking the clock is your enemy. That's your kryptonite. You definitely want to get your passing game going. And it is another run to Slovak. And if you're the Yellow Jackets, you're perfectly okay with that. Let them run out the clock. Another opportunity could be the Lobos already in the playoffs, saying, hey, maybe this game is out of reach. Or maybe they're playing just to, run it down, score, and, try to kick an onside kick. So Ramirez rolls left. And he fires. And the pass is complete. And it'll be a Lobo first down. So a quick pitch and catch. Justin Espinosa with a tackle. So Ramirez connects with Enuegas once again. So the Lobos going with a doubles formation, a 2-by-2 formation with Slovak with a single running back in the backfield. Yellow Jackets playing cover 3. And it's, please forgive me trying to pronounce his name correctly, Tadeusz Bodny catching the ball right over the middle linebacker, Troy Barco. Definitely Bodny with a huge height advantage. Something that I highlighted earlier, not sure why they haven't really taken advantage of those mismatches. You have Bodny on a linebacker. We have a screen to Slovak. Slovak breaks a couple of tackles and is finally tackled by Israel Campos and defensive lineman Mario Martinez. And it would be another Lobo first down. So the Lobos, just like that, 2 straight runs to Slovak, and now the Lobos are in the red zone, knocking at the door. The game's not over yet, and we're looking for a pass. And it is a touchdown. Ramirez under pressure, hit as he threw the ball and threw it up for grabs for a 50-50 ball. And the Lobos are alive with 2 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm looking at the replay here at Sam Stadium. Actually, they just took it down. So the Lobos are still alive. Kind of almost like a little reminiscence of 2 weeks ago when the Yellow Jackets were leading the Pace Vikings, and the Vikings came back and lost by 2 points. So the extra point is good. And the Lobos are down now only 7 points. We've reached 2 minutes and 44 seconds. So not sure if you're the Lobos, if you're going to rely on your defense when the Yellow Jackets wore them down on the last drive, or you're going to go for the onside kick. Interesting call coming up. Lopez the Lobos have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. So the entire Lopez Nation is going crazy on the home side, trying to cheer their team on. So it's Ramon Zuniga coming in to kick for the Lobos.
Kicking off the Lobos, number 21, Ramon Zuniga.
So the Yellow Jackets playing a little bit of a prevent here on site with their hands team on the field with Morales a kickoff returner in the back. So it appears that they might go for, they're going to kick it off, or they might just be baiting the Yellow Jackets. And they do bait them. Okay, so the Lopez recover, but we do have a penalty from the looks from up here. By rule, the ball has to travel 10 yards before one of the members of the kicking team can touch the ball, so that would be illegal touching. So the big call coming here as they're discussing. So we're definitely waiting here. 2 seconds came off the clock, so here comes an important call. So it is, as predicted, illegal touching. The entire Lopez Nation going crazy with the chant of the boos, but by rule, the ball has to travel 10 yards before a member of the kicking team can touch the ball. However, there is an exception to the rule. If a member of the receiving team touches the ball, then it's up for grabs. So the Yellow Jackets will have a first down at the 50-yard line. Look for a Yellow Jacket run and a quick Lopez timeout. The Lobos do have 3 timeouts remaining. Yellow Jackets needing a first down to ice the game. It goes to Garcia. Garcia picks up 2 yards. And the Lobos elect to not call a timeout. The play clock is at 20 seconds and counting. Look for Trevino to wait for about 1 to 2 seconds to snap the ball. We're right at 2:05 on the actual game clock, and it is Trevino, the ball carrier. Trevino gets the first down, but Trevino, the one thing that you're taught to do at the end of the game is stay in bounds. Force the other team to call a timeout. The clock stopped right at 1 minute and 56 seconds, and Trevino could have at least knocked out 30 seconds off the game clock if Lopez would have elected not to call a timeout. Actually, no, he did. They're going to roll the clock. So I stand corrected. He was touched before he went out of bounds. So a big here for the Yellow Jackets. So the clock has stopped once again at 1 minute and 49 seconds. Waiting to see what transpired here. We didn't hear if anybody called a timeout or not. Nothing has marched off of the scoreboard yet. So and a nail biter here at Sam's Stadium. So we're waiting for them to get it situated. So it is Trevino with another quarterback keeper, and Trevino slides. So it's going to be a penalty, a holding penalty, be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. We're going to be repeat first down. So the Yellow Jackets going backwards, and most importantly, keeping the Lobos alive. The Yellow Jackets need to continue getting a first down here and forcing the Lobos to burn all 3 of their timeouts. Once again, the Yellow Jackets looking to win their first outright district championship, up 24-17. And the Lobos call timeout with 1 minute and 41 seconds. It's 1st and 20. And a wild one here, Yellow Jackets protecting a 7-point lead. Want to welcome all the viewers who are tuning in on the Edcouch-Elsa ISD YouTube channel and on Jacket Nation. For the Lopez Lobos, it's been the Eddie Slovak show, and for the Yellow Jackets, it's been the 1-2 punch on the ground with Elijah Trevino and Aiden Garcia. But not to mention as well, that we forgot to mention, junior wide receiver with a breakout game this evening with 2 touchdown catches, Brandon Morales. So once again, we got 1 minute and 41 seconds for the Yellow Jackets to win a district crown. So it is Garcia. Garcia finds a crease, is met by a wall of Lobos right at about the 44-yard line. And Garcia was able to get a lot of those yards back from that penalty to be now 2nd and 15. The Lobos call their second timeout. They'll have 1 timeout remaining. So it's not over yet here. Yellow Jackets need 15 yards to get another first down. The Lobos can still get the ball back. They have 1 timeout remaining. Look for Elijah Trevino to hike the ball with about 1 second or 2 remaining in the play clock. Let's go to get the viewers at home, turn the clock over. Make sure you guys tune into the Edcouch-Elsa ISD YouTube channel. Let's give you guys the scoreboard. Got 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining. So here we go. Elijah Trevino and company with a single back in the backfield. Yellow Jackets with a doubles formation with Morales and Peña at receiver. Look for a run, a quarterback keeper to the right side. And it is Trevino with a quarterback keeper. Trevino cuts it to the outside. And Trevino stays on his feet and he dives for a first down. Correction, they're not going to give him the first down. Let's see where they mark it. It appears that they might mark him just shy. We were looking for a replay. Let's turn the camera back around here. And it is a first down. So with that first down, the Edcouch-Elsa Yellow Jackets and the entire Jacket Nation faithful are going to have their first outright district championship for the first time in 11 years. The clock has stopped with 1 minute and 27 seconds. We were told during the week when we spoke to head coach Victor Cárdenas, he said, look for a heavy dose of the man that makes the wheels turn for La Máquina Maria. We're going to ride the legs of Elijah Trevino. Trevino was stopped initially about 10 to 11 yards from the first down. Trevino looked like he was going to be dropped, and almost looked like the Matrix when he was running. He was running at an angle towards the front, a linear run, and he literally dove for about a good 4 yards. And Trevino was able to get a first down, and most importantly, he stayed in bounds to keep the clock going. So barring a turnover here, let's look potentially Yellow Jackets are going to go into victory formation here. So victory formation coming for the Yellow Jackets. So there we go. We got a personal foul. I'm going to turn the clock around, the camera for the viewers at home that are watching us on social media as well. Trevino stood up, and right as soon as he took a knee, he was slammed to the ground, and the entire Jacket Nation faithful on the visitor side are gonna bring home a district championship. I'm trying to see if we can zoom in for you guys. See if we can get the camera guy to zoom in to the folks at home on the visitor side and see how the fans are going crazy. Let's see if we can get Pete to zoom in on the stands at home. So the clock is stopped momentarily at 1 minute and 25 seconds. Correction, 1 minute and 19 seconds. It'll be a first down for the Yellow Jackets at the Lobo 15-yard line. Elijah Trevino looking to kneel it here. Trevino pointing at the clock, saying the clock stopped. And Trevino kneels it. And the clock is at 1 minute and 10 seconds now. So Trevino and the Yellow Jacket offense wisely milking the clock. However, well, actually now it is second down, so we're fine. With about 3 more snaps or 2 more snaps, the clock will reach down to 0. So the play clock is reaching close to 10 seconds. So here we go. We got 10 seconds on the play clock and 38 seconds on the game clock. So it's going to be third down. And that's going to be it. The Edcouch-Elsa YellowJackets come into Sam Stadium in a good one, in a thriller. They're going to come out victorious 24-17. And the Yellow Jackets clinch an outright district title the first time in 11 years. Yellow Jackets will be hosting a playoff game for the first time in over 10 years at the Black Hole. And the Jacket Nation, the Yellow Jackets, are celebrating, and Victor Cardenas gets the Gatorade bath. In year 3, Victor Cardenas takes the Yellow Jackets to a district title. My name is John Maldonado, reporting from the Edcouch-Elsa ISD YouTube channel, where the Yellow Jackets are champions once again. The tradition is back at Edcouch-Elsa, and we're going to go down to the field and meet with the head coach and some of the players. So we're signing off once again. We want to say a big old shout out to the Edcouch-Elsa ISD School Board of Trustees, Edcouch-Elsa ISD Superintendent Dr. Aida Benavides, the Assistant Superintendent Mrs. Francis Rocha, Edcouch-Elsa Athletic Director Christian Navarro, and Edcouch-Elsa football coach Victor Cardenas. Once again, I'm John, reporting here from Sam Stadium, and we'll see you next week at the Black Hole, where the Yellow Jackets will host a playoff game. Viva la Máquina!